All right, pick-3 at a glance, family. OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, play responsibly, don't play out of need or greed, play for fun. Okay. Look like my phone, some of my equipment is acting up, but we're gonna get this going. Okay. Pick-3 lottery. Yes, I do win live. Reason why I do that, so many people are asking, do my strategy work and do I win? And I really don't get upset about them asking me, do I win? Because I can show that I win. And my strategy works. So, I mean, anytime anybody want to see if I win, there's plenty of data on the channel of my most recent wins, and also just for the month of January, I've won 4 times within the month. Um, so I don't mind showing it. I know people have questions about it because I would question myself if I was following somebody that was teaching me to win, and they don't show me how they winning, and especially in their own state, then I would be questioning whether it'd be worth my time to invest in them showing me their strategy, which is, a reasonable request um, for anybody that's on this YouTube, on these YouTube streets, showing people how to play pick and win pick-3, and especially those that are asking for money for you to get tickets, numbers for them to give you numbers to play. And if they can't show you the last time they won in their own state that they live in, then that would be kind of questionable to me. That's just the way I see it. And now I don't want people getting, too involved and getting to people's personal space and personal business about how much money they done won, and all. That's not necessary. Uh, it is really how much money I win between me and the IRS. Now, if I'm showing you that I'm winning, that should be good enough. And then another thing that's going to show you that I'm winning is when you start using the strategy and you start winning. But if you don't use the strategy, then there's nothing um, there's no way I can help you. Because when you come to me, I'm going to have definite questions to ask you what are you doing and how are you doing it, so I can teach you and not give you numbers, so I can teach you how to win. I don't give numbers. That's the very reason I don't give numbers, because I know the secret sauce or the tea or whatever people calling it these days is going to be you uh, doing what I'm teaching you to do and applying it and winning. And if you ain't doing it, it don't matter how much money I make or don't make. If you ain't doing the work for yourself, and so that's like I said, people ask, well, do you win? Yeah, well, yeah, that's a reasonable question. Yes, I win. So since they asked, I do posting. I don't post everything I win because that's not really necessary. People either going to do what they need to do to be winners or they not. They're going to either pay for numbers, whatever they want to do to win, they can pay for numbers, or they're going to follow channels to try to learn to win. But when you start asking people if they win and how much they win and a whole lot of different questions, then that's not being sincere. So, but this channel here, right off the bat, I tell you, I don't give out numbers. I don't tell people what numbers to play. I teach them the pick-3 at a glance strategy that has worked for me. And when I do that, I say we the home of no tic-tac-toes, no date sums, no root sums, no grids, no multiple different rundowns and workouts, because those are quick pick strategies in my book. They just give you come up with numbers, but if you don't have no idea why you would be playing the numbers, You playing a loser's game. That's how I see it. You playing a loser's game. Until I figured that out and found that out, I was in the hole pretty much all the time trying to win because I never knew when I won what the true method was to winning. And the method I found was working with the law of average and tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and seeking and finding the overdue numbers that I knew was due, not trying to find numbers that had already came out already and try to guess when they're going to hit again. I want numbers I know haven't hit. Then I can put a strategy together to using those numbers to winning. And that's what I do. I use the overdue hot numbers with the law average and to win. So I'm going to go through my workout sheet and how I apply it and how I use the strategy for Illinois' evening draw. Illinois' evening draw yesterday number was the 409, the 409. And I'm going to show you step by step. It's not a lot of difficult work to do. If you want to do it, it's not going to take a lot of time for you to track your own numbers for your own state. The only thing you're going to have to do is pretty much accumulate data for your year's worth of data. And you can get that on Lottery Post, I think, but you have to pay a premium. Well, you really don't have to pay a premium for a year's data, but if you want the information like some of the stuff I'm going to be showing you, you might have to get the premium package or gold package or whatever the case may be. But you really won't need it if you track doing your own work and tracking your own numbers. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to move this here for right now. And I'm going to go through what I do every day just to track the numbers and how simple it is and quick it is to help you get into the winner's circle. Okay. Illinois' number, we had the 409 to come in. All right. Now, that's evening draw. I track evening, but it works for any draw if you want to track them. Now, with the 409, I'm going to find it on my workout sheets here. I have 4 simple strategies for you to use to track the numbers. Okay? You have strategy number 1, where you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. I took 22 numbers, did the 1-1 rundown on 22 numbers. And with all those 22 numbers and their possible combinations, you have all 1,000 numbers. You can find all 1,000 numbers on the 22 columns. I broke them down, narrowed them down where they're easy to find. You have the singles here. Singles are numbers with 3 different numbers. And you have the doubles. You have the doubles right here. With the doubles are 2 like numbers, and you have 10 of those. Well, the triples, you really have 9 columns, but you have 10 if you add the triples, which are double with 2 like numbers. Okay. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to take whatever the winning number is, you're going to look for it since it's the 409. It's got 3 different numbers. You're going to look for what column that 409 is under. And the way you're going to do that, you're going to do the 111 rundown. That's the only rundown you'll ever have to use using the PICK-3 class strategy. You're going to do the 111 rundown on the 409. What you're going to do is you're going to add 1 to each one of these numbers, and count down. You're going to add 1 to the 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you're going to get 10, but you don't use the 1. You just use the 0. 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you're going to get 4. Same number at the bottom, you get at the top. You add it correctly. Do same thing here. You go straight down. When you get to the 0, you know you add it correctly. Same here. When you get the 9, you count straight down. You add the 9, you add it correctly. Now, what you're looking for is the base numbers. Remember those 22 columns I told you? The numbers I came up with, I call them the base numbers. All these numbers here on top, I call the base numbers for the singles and the doubles. Right here on top. Okay? And the doubles. You won't find this sheet nowhere else. If you did, they got it from me. Because it took me a long time to come up with it. So it's 0 here. All these are the base numbers. And they'll always be in the rundown. So you want to see where this 409 is in the rundown, but you're going to go column 015. Go to 015 here, and you're going to come down. And here it is, 904, and you mark it off. Bam, you're done. But it shows as 409. It's 904, but it shows here as 409. Same number. Okay? Same number. Just all these numbers here, individual numbers, can come 6 different ways. Each column represents 60 numbers. So that's 720 of those 1,000 numbers. Okay? 12 times 60. And at a glance, you can see everything the singles are doing. On the doubles, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you with us. Glad to have you with us. You say, okay, I'm finally here, so why should I subscribe? Well, I mean, why should you subscribe? I'm not, it's fine if you subscribe, and I would appreciate you subscribing, kind of help the algorithm, but you should subscribe because if you're studying my channel, you should want to subscribe. And if there's nothing in it of value that you see, I wouldn't subscribe. I come in peace. I think I come in peace. I come in peace. That's why you should subscribe. I don't say subscribe or don't subscribe. It's, you know, if I have something of value for you, and I believe I do, if you play PICK-3, then I appreciate you subscribing, but you know, it's all on the individual. I don't try to push that, you know, on nobody, because what I have to me is valuable, and I believe that what people will see as a value, and when I post by subscribing, they can set their alerts and things like that. But you know, I'm good either way. You come in peace, you know. I appreciate that. That's it. You know, I appreciate everybody. You know, everybody. I win. I show you that I win. I mean, other than being able to do that, and I can show you how to win, and that's, you know, pretty much the case. Now, strategy number 2 that I came up with is the single pairs. Single pairs are these 1,000 numbers, which I just found out with AI. Not just found out. I knew it was quite a number, but I was off on the number by a lot. You're tired of losing? Okay, well, I've been at this for 2 almost gone 3 years. Got 2,000 videos, more than a lot of folks. So I've been putting in the wood to get the fire out. And you ascribing would be some of the fire I would be getting. Uh, come in peace. But you can also, I don't charge to look at, I don't ask for no membership. I don't do any of that. All I do is charge for my workout sheets that I email, and I do one-on-one counseling for those that want it. But I have plenty of information that's open to you, and you're here on the live to ask questions, and I'm here to teach you how to fish. I don't give fish, period. That's it. Because I know it don't work. It don't work for me to be giving you numbers. I'm giving people numbers. Even before I started my channel, people knew about me winning. I told them what I would be playing in my state. And if they wanted to play them, fine. If they didn't, fine. But that's how I do it, because I know what it takes. It's going to take you being able to learn the strategy, me guiding you, and you building a skill set and see what's really happening with the 1,000 numbers. So this is a triangle. You won't see this. You can show this to anybody, and they would never know what to do with it. This is a strategy that I came up with to track the single pairs, which is 499,000 pairs. Now, you see what I'm saying? 499,000 pairs to 1,000 numbers. If you ain't tracking these 499,000 pairs, you don't know what to do with them. You can't make up no pairs and say a pair gonna come. A PICK-3 number, you're in Georgia, okay. PICK-3 number, period, by itself, can take 15 years and never show up if you play. Like if you play on your birthday, say your birthday is June 10th, and you say you playing that number because it's your birthday, that number might not come in up like that 610 for 15 years. 15 years. So that's why it's imperative that you know what the numbers are doing. I guess that's what they're doing. I mean, it's all 1,000, 1 and 1,000 eyes every day, but the numbers are going to have to change and rotate, and you can watch and see what they're doing if you're tracking them and make sense of what the numbers are doing. You can learn the numbers' behavior over time. Okay? So the 409, what I did, I made this triangle, and it tracks all 499,000 pairs. And all you have to do is mark off the 04, which we see it came. See, anything I have underlined here did not come out the following month. This is what I mean by the law of average catching up with itself. I mean the previous month in December. So here's the 04. It hit again. I would mark it off. Bam. I'm done there. Then I'd have circle 09. I can see that there's no underline here on the 09. So it did hit last month, but so I'll just mark it off, the 09, bam. And then here, the 49, it hit already once this month, and I'll mark it off. See, I'll know anything that ain't hit. See what I got my eyes on here? If y'all can watch this. See, the 13 pair did not hit at all last month. 18 pair didn't hit at all last month. And the 38 pair, anything on that, didn't hit at all last month. So if you play anything with a 13 last month, you didn't win. 18 pair last month in December, you didn't win. Or 38, you didn't. You need to know that. You need to understand that and what that means to you. Hi, Chuck. Glad to have you with us. And what that would mean to you. And it don't mean nothing if you don't know that it didn't come and you study playing it. But now I know it's going on almost 60 days that the 8, the 13, the 18, and the 38 pair ain't played. Now I know how to apply that, because I would look at make it 318 my main targeted number. Because working with the law average, these numbers will hit and catch up with themselves. I just start looking, I don't start playing all these numbers, but 60 days out, when I see something, the numbers ain't hit in 60 days out, Now I'm looking to build my playlist of numbers off of this information that I have available to me that is not guesswork, but real knowledge of what the numbers are doing. So once you do that, I said the 409 came out. You mark off the 4, the 04, the 09, and the 49. Simple. Bam, you're done. Then I go here, and these numbers, single numbers, they say, well, number ain't played, and it's code, and just play that number with the numbers you playing, which you didn't know what you was playing in the first place and why you was playing it, but it's a code number, add that number. But I want to know what positions the numbers was coded in, so the best way for me to play the numbers. So whenever a number come in every day, I'd mark it off, like the 4 on the front, the O in the middle then came, and then the 9 on the back. Now I know what numbers didn't fall in what position. Okay? So if I'm playing a number like 1, 2, 3, let me see something. You see something? I'm gonna show you this. I'm going through a little bit here, and try to take notes so you can ask me questions a little bit on this, so you can kind of get how I build my strategy, my skill set. If I like here, like I said, right here. Say at the end of the month, this 3 don't hit on the front, okay? And I'm carrying a number for the reason why I didn't track it, and I know I'm carrying a number. And I'm carrying the number, say, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, I have information that I can work with to hit this number straight. Now, okay, I know the 3 did not fall in front, so that next month, say in February, I'm going to play it as 3, 1, 2. And I'm going to play it as 3, 2, 1. And the likelihood working with the law average is going to come like that. That's how you build your bucket list. That's how you build your strategy, and that's how you build a skill set. Now you have something to work with actually that will make sense. Even if it don't come, it'll make sense like this. But if I do this 50 cents, that's $250. And I do this straight box. And I think in order that 50-cent box be $290. This is $250, and up here is $290. Straight box. But anyway, if this comes this way here, if it come box, I'm still going to stay on this number because I don't jump off my numbers. I don't try to hit the numbers. I let the numbers hit me because I know why I'm playing my numbers. I'm not guessing why. I'm never guessing why I'm playing my numbers. And if I got to guess, I don't play it while I'm playing the numbers. I don't even play my birthday. I don't play no birthdays, no rainy day numbers, no favorite numbers, or none of that. Unless I didn't track it, got a reason to play them. Okay. But you see here, the difference between just finding some numbers to play than knowing the numbers you're playing and why you playing them with this strategy. Knowing why you playing your numbers. And the likelihood of learning the numbers behavior. So that 3, I would make sure I would next month. Anything here that don't play the previous month, I'm going to look and see what numbers I'm playing, how to apply them. Like, see these 7s here? Hadn't played in Missouri when I was in Missouri for 2 months. No 7 with no number for 2 months. Who would have thunk it? But I started playing 777s. But there's a strategy to me playing triples. I don't just play triples to play triples. There is a strategy. But I couldn't pass up that no 7s felt with no number for 2 months, 60 days. So I started playing 777s, 77 front, 77 back, and I wheeled 77 all the way down. And them 777s failed twice, and they came in. But I wasn't guessing why I was playing 7s. I knew why I was playing those 7s. That's the difference between the patterns, the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, and the multiple different rundowns. That's the difference. You're not, all this here is quick pick strategy and math because everybody's trying to figure out what number is coming the next day. There's nothing out there going to tell you what's coming the next day. Period. The numbers are random. Every day draw going to be 1 in 1,000 odds. The odds are never going to change. Just like here with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, tracking, working with the law average. These numbers have to change places in order to come out. These 1,000 numbers will rotate, like the 1, 2, 3. When I mean rotate the law average, they have to rotate. Say the 1, 2, 3 is going to play. Oops, I wrote 2. How I do that? 1, 2, 3 is going to come out as 1, 3, 2. Then it's going to come out as 2, 1, 3. Then it's going to come out as 2, 3, 1. Then it's going to come out as 3, 1, 2. Then it's going to come out as 3, 2, 1. Them the only 6 ways this number can come out of those 1,000 numbers. That's rotating. And now you have to make judgments on the best way you're going to play it. But like I said, if you're playing the 1, 2, 3, and you realize that the 3 didn't fall on the front, now you're going to play 3, 1, 2, and 3, 2, 1, and ain't felt in a month or 2 months. But you ain't got to play them all. You tracking them all on a continuous basis. That would be one of the 2 ways you would play it. If you know the 3 ain't fair, or if you're playing 1, 2, 3, there's 3, 1, 2, and you realize that the 1 didn't fall on the front, then you would play these 2 also along with your 3, 1, 2. That's something the skill set and strategy base that I'm giving you. Or if you find out the 2 didn't fall on the front for a whole month or 2 months, which can happen, and you realizing it now, and you got your daily carry or your playlist of numbers, you would definitely play it now as 2, 1, 3 and 2, 3, 1. 50 cents straight. That's how I play it, 50 straight. Now, if it hit, I ain't gonna jump off my 1, 2, 3 that I'm playing, because I'm looking for it to come exactly like I'm playing it, which on a lot of my occasions it does that. I'm not guessing it. Okay. Is that making sense, y'all? Am I moving too fast? If it is, don't hesitate to slow me up. I'm here to teach. I ain't here to get no numbers. I'm here to teach you to get your numbers. And if you ain't asking me no questions, I can't teach. and I ain't gonna embarrass you, believe me. You won't be embarrassed on this channel, because there's nothing you're gonna ask me that I can't answer. Period. Because I done put my work in. Okay, you getting it? Okay, I'm glad. Thanks. Come in peace. Yeah. I hope it's making sense. I'm thinking, dude. I look. I wasn't good at math at all. How I'm doing this, because I was in a hole pretty bad, so I had to come up some way to get out the hole, and I developed this on my own strategy I put together. And I can teach. That's why I can teach it, because it's my own. Ain't nobody else's I'm trying to teach. That's what I love about it. I ain't trying to teach nobody else's strategy. Okay, now, I don't think I could, really. I really don't think it's a strategy out here that I could teach. You know, I could give you information on it, but I can't teach you nothing like I can teach this. Now, so that's strategy number 3. And then another valuable part is okay, there we got here. Front pair and back pair, the 409. I made this because this is my strategy for the final strategy. This is a yearly sheet. Numbers at the top and the bottom are the same. Okay. Well, a month or so, that's not bad. I mean, I usually it has to be 60 to 90 days when I'm looking at a number. Like I know already here, coming piece that I'm not going to probably be having a lot of numbers lined up to March or April, because most of all my numbers have fallen out for the 25 from 2025 to now. Now I got to start back building my bucket list of what I'm gonna play and how I'm gonna play. I just have to hold on to my bag until those numbers behavior line up to what I want them to be, and tracking is what you're going to see that. Yeah, what these numbers are doing won't throw you off anymore, because you number not playing for, or column not playing for 4 or 5 months is nothing. And if you playing any of those numbers off that column, you know you didn't hit for 4 or 5 months. It's nothing. That's why I'm saying people jumping on and off the numbers. And the number could be due and they don't know it, or they picking it up too early to play. That's most of the problem, picking the numbers up too early to play, because these numbers take 60 and 90 and 30, 40 days to come out. 120 days. And doubles can take 3 months, 4 months and not show up. Yeah. And you hopping in on it, and then it might have just played, and it could take another 3 months for that number to show up. Yeah. So here, front pair, back pair. The 4-0 on the front, I mark off. And the 09 on the back. Now I know them first time they hit for the month. I mean, for the year, really. Because this is my yearly chart. Now what happens when I do all this at the end of the year and during the year, I know what numbers I'm going to play. Like Illinois here. Just this is in November, December, and January, my heavy hitting months, because I have tracked all the numbers down to the main ones I'm going to play. And this ain't a lot of numbers, but I ain't jumping on and off them numbers because I know that to do. I just hit the 002 twice this month. I just hit the 991. I just hit the 339. I just hit the 701. But I ain't guessing at these numbers. I know why I'm playing them. You'll see them if you go to my channel and hit, you'll probably see PICK-3 lottery, congratulations, another big win, 701, if you put that in the search. Because I do a lot of shorts, and now you can't put live links in shorts. So I tell people to put it in the YouTube search. So I give it a title, so if you go to the YouTube search, you can find where I win, because I play online in Illinois, and they send me an email every time I win. And I show you the email and the date that the number came in. So there's no way, no funny business can be going on, because I sure ain't got no contact in Illinois sending me you have won emails. That's for sure. Yeah, and it's easy. Now, like I would say, this 018, this 563 did not hit at all last year. That's my daily carry bucket list for 2026. This 001 and this 556 hasn't played at all. This 002 and this 557 hadn't hit at all. But it just hit. The 002 played twice, almost back to back. What else was it? This 339 just hit back to back, and I hit the the 339. I'm gonna have to look. Let me do my calendar. There's the calendar. Just had it. I have to look and see what I got here. You see here, this 002, the 020 came out. Then it came right back with the 002, which I was playing it exact. See, any other time, I would have jumped off. When that number came like that, I would have jumped off of this 002 and said, oh, it ain't going to come the way I've been playing it. But I knew all likelihood working with the law average that it would, because the O2 did not fall at all last year on the back. So if you played O2 on the back of any number, you lost, period. And if you played the 200 all year, you lost. And let's see. Let's see. What was this? 701 came in exactly like that, because the 01 only fell on the back once last year, but I'm playing that 17. I'm playing that 17 on the front because it didn't fall for 2 years, and I know that. So I'm adding numbers working with the law average to my list. Okay, and I just won the 174, but it came out. And I was low. When I win here, I load up here. See, I always load up when I win. I don't play a lot of money. I play $3 to $5 probably pretty much a day. But when I win, then I load up on my numbers that's my bucket list carrier numbers that's heavy. I'm not looking for no new numbers. I already know what numbers I'm playing. 49. Let me show you here, like I said here. See here? I'm not getting off of this. This is going to be my daily carry. And the numbers as I'm tracking build up. See, I'm playing this 804, but it came 409. That's fine. That's when they be talking about. That's when they be talking about you be one off. I ain't one off. I just didn't know what number I was playing, and the 409 ain't one of them I'm playing. It's 804. I played it as 408 because the 08 hadn't fell on the back all year. But these here, this 557, I'm playing a little heavy on, and it's 556 because the 55 ain't fell on the front all year. And I'm playing 575 because I know what front pairs and back pairs ain't fell all year. This Illinois evening draw now, y'all. See what I'm saying? The work that it takes for you to know. You think I could do this for everybody's state and be true and blue to what I'm telling them and giving them? I know I can't be true and blue, so I won't do it. And I ain't going to do it. It don't pay that much. Couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me what I would ask for, and I would be asking for what it's worth. And it's worth a lot for me to go through this and give you some numbers, and I can't guarantee you no win because the numbers are random, but I can guarantee you that you'll have a better idea of winning. And I guarantee you that, proof is in the pudding. I do win. It ain't no doubt that I win. So if you apply what I'm telling you, you'll win also. I have that utmost faith in that. Utmost faith in that. And see that 17, now I can mark it off. It came on the front. So I won. The 247 I just hit. Now I'm looking at the 27. And see, I'm playing 175 and 176. And I ain't getting off of those because the 75 ain't played on the front, on the back, or the 76 on the back. See that? I'm also playing 275 and 276 because the 275 ain't played on the 27 ain't played on the front. So quite naturally, like I say, these numbers will made up working with the law average. And this 97, I'm playing the 975 and the 976. That's my bucket list number. See, I've told you I was playing the 408 because the 08 hadn't fell on the back. I ain't upset because they did that 9. But I ain't definitely. Hey, Scott. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not falling off that 408 because I know that that '08 ain't playing on the back. And as a matter of fact, with it bringing 409, I'm going to put extra on that 408 because it's got two like numbers. It's got two like numbers. I'm put out anytime they got two of my numbers and the number I'm playing. Because I used to would jump off of it and think, oh, it's too close to income. I had every reason, but the real reason why I would jump off a number. Like this 408, the 409 came. I'm playing 408. I ain't about to jump off that 408 today. I'm gonna definitely play it $2 straight box, $3 straight, $3 straight box, because it got two like numbers of my number that I'm playing, and they usually bring one of those back or two of them back. That's what I see with this state. Okay, that's what I see, and I'll load up this 408. Me, I ain't telling everybody can't do what I do because I just won 3 times in a row, 4 times almost. Don't do everything I do, but play. You don't want to burn your money out where you don't have money to play. I load up when I in one. When I don't, then I have to work my budget that I work. Okay, but this 408, I'm gonna stay on it just like I didn't get off that 020 because they played it that away. And then they put a number, threw a number in between, but I knew working with the law average, it had to be the 202 and the 557 because the 557, they opposite each other because neither one had failed for the whole year. And that's why I say I rotate my numbers over from year to year. I don't jump off my numbers and start all over playing a whole bunch of new numbers every year, trying to win, or every day trying to win, or every week trying to win. I learned the numbers behavior once I start watching what they're doing and knowing what they're doing. Now I can play what needs to be played and how I can play it. And the longer these numbers take to hit, the more I lick my chops. Because I ain't in no hurry. You go slow, you get more. Go fast, you won't last. Okay, go slow, you get more. Go fast, you won't last. All right. PPP. Pencil, paper, and patience. Track these numbers on pencil and paper. This is the only one you can do. PICK-3 is the only one you can do uh, on paper. Everything else you ain't tracking on paper. Everything else is strictly luck. And I mean, PICK-3 is based off luck too because it's no real method that you're going to use that going to tell you what numbers coming the next day or next week or none of that. Because anytime, if that comes out or everybody can figure that out some kind of way, and they get rid of PICK-3 overnight, it'd be gone. It won't be profitable for them. So, all right. Any questions, anybody? Any questions? Question and answer. I think I covered it in depth as much as I could here for beginning. But what I'm going to do is no questions and answers. I'm finna take a 30-minute break, and I'll be back. I'm gonna take me a 30-minute break, and I'm going to ask questions and answers. So, and waiting on YouTube to find an audience, and I'm gonna. So I'll be back in 30 minutes, y'all. Go get some coffee, eat lunch, or whatever you want to do. I think I'll be back in 30 minutes. I'm waiting on YouTube to find an audience. And question and answers. Okay, I hope I see your question here. I know I loaded up on the 174 for the simple fact the 174 was my number because the 17 was on the front. I wasn't playing the 701. I won it because I willed it. Um, and I'm gonna go through this. I shouldn't. No, I should. I don't know. This is going to be a little new to me. I said I was going to be back. I was going to take a 30-minute break, but I don't know if you're still on here. Let's see. Luther. Okay. I willed it. Break that here. See that 174? See, you wheel the numbers down. This is a straight box deal here. I did that. This is a straight box. If you wheel it, you can do it either straight box or 50 box. Now, I did it 50 box, but I was really looking at this 1742 for a number of reasons. As studying, I seen that, and this is like I said, this is going to come with you tracking and studying and knowing what your numbers are. I seen that it's opposite. The 624 kept coming on me when I was playing. I'm not sorry, 629 was coming. And every time that 62 would hit, it would hit on the front like that. And the opposite of 62 is that 17. And this 629 hit twice back to back. So I added that too as my bucket list number, that 174 to load up on it. And like I say, that's going to come from you tracking the numbers and seeing what's going on with the actual numbers. Now, let's see, did it take let's see. But my main target was that 17 on the front. And it wasn't too much. It wasn't too much for. It was almost a week, but it wasn't exactly a week. See that 701 came on the 15th, and the 704, the 174 came on the what is it? The 18th. And see, when I hit this 701, then I had money to reinvest in my play numbers. So I was loading up on everything that with that 17, because see, like I said, the 17 had played, but they split it. They did 701 instead of putting that 17 on the front. So any other time I would have jumped off my number thinking that 17 wouldn't play. But I had already knew that nothing was gonna make me stop playing this. This 17 on the front. Nothing was. I loaded up 17. I just loaded up on the 7 being on the 17 being on the front by itself. Like $1.17 front, $1.17 front about 4-5 times, and then loaded up on wheeling it straight box because I had just hit this, and then I hit the 339, and before that I had really hit real hard on the 020 and the 002. And another one of my numbers came off my list is the 624 right here. Let me show you. So see, November, December, and January are my heavy hitting months because I have stockpiled my numbers. See that 624 right there? Or the 246. And then the 002 came twice. And then the 339 hit right behind it. And then the 701 came right behind it. Then the 174. Came right behind it. So you're going to see what the numbers are doing. So you go, once you build this is my bucket list of numbers. Now when these hit out, like I say, and it's going to probably be pretty soon when they hit out, it won't be until probably, like I say again, until I can build my bucket list that I'm comfortable with, that I'm going to stay with up to April. This is January, February, March, April. Yeah, because it takes about 60 to 90 days for these numbers to line up. It takes 60 to 90 days. So I ain't really, I'm holding on to my bag for right now until these numbers, because once these will probably still be these are gonna still be any of these numbers that ain't hit yet gonna still be part of my daily carry numbers that ain't circled. Any of these that ain't circled yet, it's still gonna be part of like this AA2. I'm looking at it because I know that the A8 pair ain't hit in a while. I know the 5-5 pair ain't hit on the front at all. I know that the A8 pair just ain't hit in about 90 days. And so this AA2 going to be definitely high carry straight box. There's 229 because they ain't hit, but I definitely going to play it AA2. That's going to be my daily carry number. See, I'm carrying just these numbers. I ain't looking for no more numbers to carry and play. So when I'm loading and putting money on stuff, I'm putting it on these numbers. So it's not that I'm guessing, it's just that I'm playing my numbers. Okay? Yeah, I got 175, but 174 did come out, but I wheeled it because I knew that 17 was about due because it had played 2 years and 2 years out. That 17 should have really hit in December. So I know they was trying to make me get off of it, but I wasn't getting off of it. I wheeled it, just like I just showed you. And I load on that 174 too, because I wheeled the whole thing. Anything with a 17 on the front, I was gonna do pretty good off of it. Because I knew it was going into another month that usually within those 2 months it would have hit. Hi, Deborah. Within those 2 years it should have hit. And I'm not getting off of it now. I'm still going, that 17, I'm going to carry it for the rest of the year. Now, since it then showed up, it'd be crazy to get off of it now. And I'm still going to carry my 175 and that 176. But the 174, it wouldn't throw me off to stop me from playing the 175 and the 176. It's not going to do that. Any other time it would have. When they win. When they win. I keep my eye on my bucket list, and then by tracking, I can tweak the numbers to see what they're doing off your bucket list, Luther. See, I'm always got my bucket list going. So when I win, I go back to see which numbers would be the most due. Just like I was telling you, this AA2, this is my bucket list. I know that AA ain't failed in about 90 days. So when I win, I'm going to pick this AA2 up. For sure, I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to play it just like that, AA2. You see what I'm saying? You should have a bucket list. Once you build your bucket list, you're not going to be jumping off on the numbers, but when you win, you go back to your bucket list because you know that the AA failed in 90 days. And if I come back off of it, when I win again, I'm going to pick it back up again if I have to drop it again. But I'm not going to get off of it. Yeah, I can play 2AA as well, but I'm looking for it to play that way. And I usually I play this here, the AA2 a dollar straight and 50 combo. So any way it comes, I'll get something off of it. I'll get $250 off of it for 50 combo. But that's going to be my everyday carry number. Or when I pick it up, it ain't going to be, I'm going to jump back right off of it right away. I might carry it another week, 2 weeks before I decide to jump off of it. Depends on how I hit. And it might be my everyday carry. But I definitely going to carry it at the 822. It can come, but I'm going to cover myself by doing combo on it for $1, 50-cent combo for sure on a double. You see that? And they can split pair it on you for sure, but I don't worry about doubles. 50 cent combo will give you $250. Or a dollar, just dollar box it if you don't want to do combo. Yeah, just dollar box it. But it's going to take you a while to get some adjustment. First thing, kind of without just to get a feel. I've been trying to think about where people can really start and get a decent feel of what's going on. Strategy number 2 to me is one that really gonna help you. To me, where's I'm gonna do strategy number 2. Like I said, strategy number 2, tracking the single pairs. If you get a single pair that ain't been out in 60 or 90 days, you might want to look to play those 10 numbers willing it. Just if you just want to play around. I gotta get this. Call me. I didn't think he'd be ready to call. I'll call him back later. I'll get him later. Okay. If you know a number ain't been out in 90 days, like a 38 pair, if you tracking, just do strategy 2. If you whatever pair in your state don't come out, just will it down 3-8. Or if you can find out what pair ain't played. Here, let me take this off because I'm not being able to see what I need to see. Maybe. Now, let's say you realize, if you're tracking and on the pairs, you realize this is 38 ain't played in 90 days. Usually 60 to 90 days is what I'm looking for. You're going to wheel that. I call this wheeling it from 380 all the way down to 389. Now, if I see that the 38 ain't played in 90 days, say, per se, if you're going to see that in when you're tracking, that's almost 3 months. Well, that is 3 months. And you find out that the 81 ain't played on the back for 6 months or better, or didn't play on the back at all last year, then you definitely going to play it as 381. And that's your targeted number to win off of. And once you win, you wouldn't get back off of this 38. You still play off of that column for a while, for at least, because usually if it take 3 months and it show up, it's going to probably hit 3 times within that month that it do show up. So I wouldn't jump off that 38 pair, just like I didn't jump off that 17 pair when it showed up. I doubled up on it. I didn't jump off of it. See, you're gonna add more. That's what I call tweaking the number now, because you know that the 38 didn't fall on the back, so now you're gonna play 381. Or you might find, like I found in here, that the 18 ain't failed itself in going on 60 days. So that 381 to me is a good number. When I win, I'll pick it up and carry it as part of my bucket list numbers. But other than that, both of them numbers ain't failed for 60 days. That's all I have to go by, because I don't have anything else to go by. I know that the 18 ain't failed on or the 81, either way, ain't failed or ain't due for me to pick up, or say the 31 on the front ain't due for me to pick up. I mean, I said the 38, but yeah, I say 38 on the front. Or if I know that the 38 ain't failed on the front and the 81 ain't failed on the back, then my targeted number would be 381, like that. That's what I mean by tweaking the number where you can hit them straight. The actual numbers, and see what they doing and what they ain't doing. Because that's why you jump on and off them numbers, because you don't know what they doing. We only guessing what they're doing. But when you tracking them, you're going to know what they're doing and what they ain't doing. Because sometimes I'll take, like, if I know I got a targeted number here like this, yeah, I'll just play it straight box for 7 days and don't even worry about it. Like that 175 and that 176, I'm playing other numbers, but I'm playing them definitely 50 cents straight for 6 days. That's all you can do in Illinois. Because now they're my everyday carries. If one of them come out straight, then I'll load it up on this here if this ain't came yet. But I definitely my numbers for 6 7 days and don't worry about 6 days in Illinois. In Missouri, you can play them 14 days and not worry about them. For 50 cents straight, that'd be $14, almost half the month. I don't worry about it. It come in, then I got it. I'll load up on what I got. And that's what, $14, bam. But it's a $250 bet. Any other questions, anybody? Thank you, Luther, for the question. But, yep. You'll see them as they come, but you'll be tracking the actual numbers. You'll see these numbers can take 60, 90 days. That's why I don't get excited. I like the longer it takes for a number to come out, the more I love it, to be truthful with you, because the better chance for me to hitting it. Because you'll see them catching up with themselves, working with the law average. But that's why I don't play numbers once they come out, because I don't know when they might hit again. I don't know when they might hit again. I really don't. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. Anybody got any questions about PICK-3 clan strategy? Question and answer time. Don't ever speak now, forever hold your peace. Ooh. We got a lot going on here. Welcome, Michael. Let's see. Let's put this. I'll put this here. Should be able to set that there. All right, let's see what we have here. Here, here. All right, here's the Illinois evening draw. The numbers that I'm playing for 2026. The front pair we just hit, that's 17 that I was waiting on. I kind of knew one of these three was going to come. That's why I was loading up on the 17, because these did not hit at all last year on the front. And there's three of them out of the year, so I ain't going to say no lucky guess, because everything on three had already hit that hadn't hit during the year. So these was the only three with like numbers in them, with the 7 in them that hadn't hit on the front. It was three of them. So I knew one of these was going to come out. And it was either 27 or the 20 or the 29 or the 17. That's why I stayed on that 17 heavy. Because the likelihood by it being 2 years since it hadn't hit was going to be the one to come. When the 27, it was just last year, it didn't show up a little better. And the 97. So I was pretty much, I played them too, but I didn't load up on them as heavily as I did this 17. Now, so as my play was with the 175 again, the 176, the 275, the 276, and the 975 and the 976, and I wheeled it just like I did that that 17 when I wheeled it and hit the 701, looking for that 17 to come. And when I seen that 17 show up, I knew that it being on the front side wasn't too far behind. Then these definitely my everyday carries here, just like this. And the overdue hot numbers here, and these are my targeted numbers too. is this 018, the 563, the 001, the 556, and then the 002, which came in. It came in twice. It came as 020, and it came as the 002, the way I was looking for it, because the 02 hadn't failed. And if you've been following me with my videos, I'm explaining all this before it hit, not after it hit. All this is getting explained to you before it hit, not after it hit. And the 02 hadn't hit all year. It's the first time it hit. So if you played any number with the 02 on the back of it, like if your birthday is 102 and you've been playing that, you didn't win 102 exact all year. You didn't hit your birthday exact all year, January 2nd. Okay. Here, the 001, the 01, and only failed one time on the back. That's why I was playing that 701, because it only played one time on the back. It came 601. This is what I mean by knowing what your numbers are doing, not guessing what your numbers are doing. And your memory going to be better than mine. I'm pretty sure, I hope anyway. Your memory going to be a whole lot better than mine. And it's 556 and it's 557. I'm not jumping off it because the 55 didn't fall at all last year on the front. So if you played anything with a 55 on the front all last year, it didn't win at all. It didn't win at all. But that's why I'm staying on it, especially until this year. And I'm loading up on that 556 and that 557. And I'm also playing it as 575 because the 75 ain't fell on the back. See there? Especially playing that as 575 and the 557. And if it comes as 575 first, then I'm going to still load up on it as 557 and load up on the 55 on the front. Just like I did at 17. Now, in the 08, it ain't fell at all. And you know that 08 ain't fell on the back all year. So I'm playing 108, 408. And the 563, I haven't seen anything that I'm looking at for it on the front or back. But I'm playing it because it's the opposite of the 518. And it didn't fall either. And the 001 and the 556, they're opposites. The 002 and the 557, they're opposites. See, it wasn't but 3 of those opposites on the doubles left that hadn't hit for the whole year. And then we have here again like I say, the front with the 17 is gone. But my next target is really going to be this 556, 5572. When anything else win, I'm going to load up more on those, that 55, because it ain't played. And remember I told you that 38 ain't played as a pair? Was the 1-8, the 13, and the 3-8 ain't played. So now I'm looking at that 3-8 pair as 3-1-8 as my targeted number. There you go. And here's the numbers. This is my playlist of numbers. Right here. For the whole year, pretty much. Almost until April. Now I'll build up another playlist, and I'll stick with that. I'll let the numbers hit me and not try to hit the numbers. See that? Because all months, everything gone. What we got for from last year that didn't play, the 27, the 38, 55, and the 97 on the front, and then on the back, what you got? 1, 2, 3. That's easy to keep track with. And then here's the numbers you got. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, let me mark off this 339 that we hit. Okay? So all I got now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, let me mark off the 200. Doggone it. They're coming faster than I keep up. I can hardly keep up with the numbers. They're coming in so good and fast now. But like I tell you, November, December, January are my heavy hitting months. Okay? And that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know why I'm playing these. These two, because all of them are the opposites hadn't played, but now I narrowed it down to these. And now I'm playing this 8, 8, 2. For sure, because I know the 8, 8 pair ain't filled. If I go back and look, you all, if you go to the lottery post, I posted last year's calendar for the whole year. PICK-3 Illinois evening draw data, and you can go back and see last time when the 8, 8 fell on a fail period as a pair, or on the sheet, workout sheets. If you've been following me on your workout sheets, I could do it. But that's about it. Simple but powerful strategy. Simply tracking the numbers. Any questions? Nah, I'm going to break. I'm going to break all day. And everybody just come see the channel, and then they can ask me questions. I'll leave it up here for questions and answers. You know? I know people working today too. I would love to do evenings, but evenings is not going to work for me. It would frustrate me out because my grandkids, they get off and they own the house when they come in, so I just get out their way. I just get out their way, stay out their way. They really do. Hmm. All right. Hmm. That's weird. 'He's laughing at me. Yeah. Yeah, they own the house. I just get out their way. They don't bother me. I ain't gonna bother them. But no, I love them. It's a nice experience for me. You know, I was living alone for like 7 years, and let me take this down right quick for a minute. So I'm trying to talk. And tornado, yeah, I guess if you've been following, you know, tornado in St. Louis on May the 16th on my grandson's birthday came through and tore my house up. At 74 years old, thought everything was cool with the world, and within 5 minutes I was homeless. I got a brother there around the corner. I could take a rock and hit his two-family flat, thinking I'd be safe if anything ever happened to my home. The tornado tore his home up and mine too, and we both homeless. So don't take this too serious, y'all. This is a game of fun. Take it for fun, because tomorrow your whole life could be upside down. His house, a two-family, was totaled. Uh, Mine, over $300,000 worth of damage. But I was blessed enough to be able to put it back together. Still working on putting it back together. But in the Central West End in St. Louis, if you know where that's at. But uh, we were sitting on the porch. Him, my sister, we all live close, and they seen the storm, but it didn't. I mean, it was quiet. It was no lightning, no thunder, no nothing. I mean, nothing. Just a big pot of dark black cloud. That's all you see. And we didn't know it, but it was a tornado coming. And uh, my brother said, "Well, I'm gonna go on home." He was walking around to his house, and my sister was driving around, not even 2 miles away. She don't even live that far. And within 15 minutes, I had I had went into the house and was fit to use the restroom and went in to take care of my business and got on a commode, and all of a sudden I heard this wind and this hail come down on the windows. And when I heard that hail, all hell broke loose. My windows and my doors all popped out. I jumped out the commode, and the lights went out, and tried to find somewhere to hide. Tried to get in the basement. My basement the gate was locked. I couldn't get down there because I have a gate on my door to keep people from coming up if they get in my basement. So, and then I moved down. And I got a closet under my stairwell and found my way in that closet. I had just cleaned that closet out. I had just cleaned it out. It was full of junk. I had just cleaned it out. And I got in that closet and I said, God, well, if this don't save me, I'll see you in a few minutes. Because it was coming. But back when rain was coming through the ceiling of my kitchen, I said, I ain't got no top to the house because how is this water getting through the ceiling of the kitchen from a third floor? I say, the top is gone. I know it's gone. And I was thankful. I made it through it. I'm telling you, it didn't take even 5 minutes for that tornado to do over $2 billion worth of damage in St. Louis City. And I came outside. It was devastating. It was devastating what I saw. Houses and roofs and the whole house just flattened. Uh, and it makes you count your blessings. And so, but I happened to be living here with my daughter before then, though, too. I still had my home, and I was going over to take care of some business that happened that Friday. That day, I was going to take care of some business, and I just happened to be there when the storm came, when the tornado came. And man, it was something. So I'm happy as a lark every day. I'm happy because I know what it could have been like. I don't take nothing. I don't sweat nothing. I don't worry about nothing because I've been through a pandemic, a tornado, a black president. Only thing I'm looking is for Martians to come out the sky. That's all I'm looking for. That I be ready. One mother that raised us, and then after she raised us, she went and got her degree to become a St. Louis school teacher and retired as a school teacher. Died at age 7. When I tell people my life is full, my life is full. What else? I don't sweat it. I enjoy it. That's why you can't nobody upset me. Ain't nothing gonna make no. You can't even impact my life for what I've been through. But I've been blessed all the way. Yeah. I'm still waiting on YouTube to kind of, I don't know. YouTube got some things going on with the algorithm, and I guess they trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out with them. So y'all hang in there. But yeah, I'm totally blessed. And then I was living here with her, and I think over it all at my age, when you start having health issues, it's really pretty good that you don't be living by yourself. I mean, my house is going to be totally brand new. I'm trying to figure out. I know I'm not going to sell it because I have other five siblings that we let them come in on me with it and keep it in the family, and we're gonna all work together on it. We're all working together on it now, putting it back together. Um, but I don't want to live by myself at this age. I really don't. 74, because you ain't what you need to be or ought to be as far as health wise. Other than that, I mean, my eye, it's basically my eyes. I got this glaucoma, and I can see my eyes are failing me pretty much. And I'm not really worried about that. If I go blind, I'll figure it out how to make it. And then we're a pretty strong family, a pretty tight family. I'm going to be 75 in September. I want to throw a big party in 75, Lord's will, for 75, three quarters of a century. And after that, hey, I'm cool. If I don't see, I don't see. But hopefully I'll see that day, three quarters of a century. I think that's a big deal, three quarters of a century. Anything after that to me is just icing on the cake. But I don't want to be living by myself. I think what's going to happen, me and my brother, I don't know if me and my brother might live together in the house or I'm going to stay here with my grandkids and my daughter and help them out. I think I'm getting closer to that. Um, and my son-in-law, but they thinking about moving and want to move to Texas, and they already tried to persuade me to move to Texas, but I got five brothers and two sisters. No, wait, five brothers, two sisters. Yeah, six. No, five brothers, two sisters. No, more than that. I have five brothers, Lord. Oh, three sisters here, living here in St. Louis, and I'm not one for wanting to leave my family. We've been close. Mother raised us to be real, real close. So I'm not going to go to no Texas where I don't know nobody, and all they have up there is her in-laws in Texas, and I'm not. I'm and all my family is here. So I'll just stay here, and then if she comes back, she have somewhere to come back to, cause I ain't going to no Texas. I hear she keep trying to say Texas looks good. It's a nice state, and it's that, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure it is, but I've made all my plans, my burial plans, and everything to be here. Lord's will. Like I say, ain't no guarantees. Something might happen that I might have to move to Texas. I believe me, nothing I'm saying is in stone. I have learned that lesson. I ain't put nothing in stone. This ain't nothing here for keeps. You can't put a nook on nothing you say, cause you ain't in control. I ain't in control. I know that. Ain't nothing here for keeps. This is all funsies. You ain't bring nothing, then you ain't taking nothing. And you can't say what's gonna happen tomorrow. You can't even say you gonna suck in your neck, brother. You know you can't say nothing if you can't even say where you're going when you die. You either going to heaven or hell. It ain't like you're gonna go just to heaven or you're gonna go just to hell. You can't even got that choice when you die. So, but I ain't worried about the dying part. I worry about that when I get there. But where I'm going or don't go, if I have to worry about it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stay here. I know I'm gonna stay here if it's my will. If I got anything to do with it, I'm gonna stay here. Other than that, I'll do what I got to do. But so nobody with no questions, I'm gonna do this 30-minute break. Okay. Mhm. All right, welcome. Thanks everybody for your patience. OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent. Stick with a budget and play responsibly. Don't play out of need or greed. Play for fun. Okay. And this is the question and answer time. Anybody have any questions that they need answered? I got 2,000 videos on this channel. All of them free and available. So basically, what it uh, is for you to ask questions, need to have answers. And I don't think there's anything that you can ask me that I can't answer or I can't find out to give you the best answer when it comes to pick 3 at a glance and for the lottery in general. I've been playing the lottery for 30 years. Enjoy it. I enjoy it because it's fun. I'm doing this channel because it's fun. I enjoy it. Um, uh, and I believe that it'll help people that play pick 3. But I really do enjoy it. And not only do I have fun with it, I win with it. So that's that adds on to the joy. I guess it wouldn't be a real reason to have the channel. I mean, well, the channel was a challenge for one for me. Well, I really didn't want to do the channel, but I tried to offer to other people that had pick 3 channels my strategy, but no one accepted it because I guess they was doing their own thing, which was understandable. And I said, well, nobody want to take me up on just taking this thing over. I guess I got to start this freaking channel myself so I can share it with the people. And so what I did, I started studying how to do a channel. I had no idea what to do or how to start a channel. I was nowhere near. I knew about Facebook, but I didn't know nothing about YouTube with no channel. So what I did, I tried to do my first video, and it only said you had 15 seconds to do a video. And I'm like, well, I can't teach nothing in no 15 seconds. So I called my daughter and I said, hey, babe, I'm trying to do this YouTube thing. And it said I only can upload videos of 15 minutes. I'm like, I mean, 15 seconds. So I can't teach nothing in no 15 seconds on no video. She said, no, Dad, you probably got more than that. Let me go look at it. I think you can upload more than that. So she did, and she told me I could upload. I had a decent time, I guess an hour maybe. Depends. But I said, okay, I think I can do something with that. And I think my first video I did in my pajamas. Yeah, I did. I had no idea what I was doing. I had the camera upside down and all kind of stuff. But I read this one thing about starting the channel. The guy said, "Don't try to be perfect. Just record, record, record." So I figured if I could just record, I'd be halfway there. And so I just started recording and recording. And then I said, okay, now maybe I'm ready to try to start doing something with the channel. But then I read too that 6 out of 100 people ever reach the channel to a level of per se monetization where they'll start paying you for it. But I really didn't know you got paid for it. But once I found out, it was a challenge to drive me to just be part of that 6% out of the 100 that reached that goal. It was more not about the money for me. It was just a challenge of being part of that group. So it took a year for me to do that with my strategy. But I had to do a lot. It is a challenge to reach monetization and doing a channel. Also, it's a work. It's more work than anybody that's not really getting paid for to want to do. I can tell you that much. And I think a lot of people are under the impression because these YouTube subscribers or YouTube people are making a bunch of money. Just ain't so. When you got only a 6% out of 100 ever get to point of monetization, and I think only is like 80% ever get 10,000 subscribers. And I've been at it 3 years, and I'm just not at like 4,500. I think 4,200 subscribers. So if you ain't doing this for fun, you wasting your time. You really are. I wouldn't do this if I was trying to make a livelihood out of it. There wouldn't even be no way. But I just do it for fun. Plus, I'm retired. I couldn't afford to put this time into it that I do put into it. If I wasn't retired, probably wouldn't have a channel. Wouldn't have or would have continued the channel. I probably would have just met that little goal, but right now it keeps me from going nuts. It really does. Climbing the walls, being at home doing nothing. It keeps my mind active and kind of keeps me active and feel like I'm doing something every day or when I want to do. And then I ain't no big gambler. I don't have anything against gambling, but it is addictive. Like I say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, play responsibly. It is addictive. I was in the hole at one time. I came to myself uh, and came with this picture of the glass strategy to help me get out of the hole. But it is addictive. You have to have a strong constitution because then you get the same high as off drugs when you winning with this PICK-3 or when gambling, and it's very addictive. And those scratchers they say are really addictive. When you get hooked on scratching those scratchings, you can get real addicted to it. But with the PICK-3, I got to the point where I didn't even want to know if I lost my money the same day. I didn't want to know what the numbers were that came out the same day. I wanted to wait till the next day, and that would only be maybe $5 or $10 here or there, or whatever. But I just didn't want to know, and because it was a downer for me. And then also I'd get up trying to study what number to play the next day or whatever, and go through that routine. And then if I found out what the number was that night, I'd be studying all night trying to figure out what number to play next day until I came over my picture glass strategy, realizing that is nothing's going to show you what's coming the next day at all. So you have to, and then working with the law average and build a skill set and a strategy of your own to see what the numbers are actually doing in your own state to be a bigger and better winner. And that's what this picture glass strategy is all about. And I can explain to you a little bit how I came up with the strategy. What I did, I took 22 numbers, did 1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers, and I call those 22 numbers base numbers. And all these numbers up top again are the base numbers. Right here, these for the singles is 12 columns. Each one of the columns represents 60 numbers because all singles, each single comes 6 different ways. Each column has 10 numbers, which is 12. 12 times 60 give you 720 of those 1,000 numbers. So I knew I had to figure out a way to track all those 1,000 numbers. Okay? And that's what I did. I came up with this here where I could track the 720 of the singles at a glance. And this way I always, once I found out what number came in, I'd always know what column to mark it off of. And then once I figured out what column to mark it off of, I could track each column every month or every day. And at the end of the month, any column did not hit for that month. If I didn't have that column on my bucket list already, I could look to adding it on my bucket list of numbers to play. But I usually wait till a column ain't hit for 60 days or better. And if a column ain't hit for 60 days, now I've really got my eye on it. When I win, I'm not looking at all these 720 numbers to play. I'm going to the column that I know ain't hit for 60 days and going on 90 days and playing just those 10 numbers. Also, this here I came up with pairs because they had all kind of ways of finding pairs and figuring out what pairs to play. But they had no comprehensive way of knowing what pairs played and didn't play that I could see on paper that you could do as an individual myself on paper. So I came up with the triangle strategy where I could track off all the single pairs, and to come to find out it's 499,500 single pairs for those 1,000 numbers. There's no way you're going to know what pairs and what to do with pairs if you ain't tracking actual pairs. Once I figured that out, I came up with strategy number 3, which tells me what position all the numbers come in. So whatever number come in, I'll just mark it off at the end of the month. I know what numbers did not fall in what positions. Then I know how to use those numbers or use the pairs. Working with the law average, playing the overdue hot pairs or overdue hot number or the overdue hot column. And then front pair and back pair is not but four strategies. Front pair, back pair for the year, I want to know what numbers don't hit for the whole year on the front or the back. But throughout the year, I'll be knowing what the numbers are. But I want to know at the end of the year what numbers did not hit on the front and the back. Then I know how to comprise a list of numbers that I would play on a continuous basis to win. And like this is the top and the bottom numbers. Okay? Top and the bottom numbers. So whatever number come in, like say 1, 2, 3 come in, I'd mark off the 12 on the front and the 23 on the back. And at the end of the year, as the year goes down, I know what front pair and back pair ain't fair for the whole year. Then I can start compiling a playlist of numbers that I'm going to play all year for 2026. Until I get 3 months into 2026, I have another kind of list that I can put together. But these are the numbers that I'm playing for 2026. And toward November, December, I hit a lot of these numbers already. And a lot of them exact I hit. But the only ones left is the 018, the 563, and this is Illinois evening draw, the 674. The 792 and the 804. And the 001 and the 556 are the only one double that is opposite ain't came out. Didn't come out none last year and hasn't came out this year any. This is what I mean by compiling your own bucket list of numbers. You're not doing a tic-tac-toe, a day sum, a grid, or multiple different rundowns to try to figure out some numbers to play, which I call quick pick method, the quick pick numbers. This is this numbers I compile to know how I'm playing them and why I'm playing them. I hit the 002 because I knew it hadn't failed for the whole year last year, and its front and its opposite hadn't failed for the whole year. So working with the law of average, I knew one or the other would hit that's due. Same way with this 001 and this 556. One or the other is due. I'm not going to fall off those numbers. These are my bucket list of numbers. I know that the 02 hadn't failed on the back for the whole last year at all. This 01 only failed once on the front last year. This is what I mean by being able to compile numbers and knowing what's going on with them. Not guessing what's going on with them, but know what's going on with them. I know the AA2 ain't failed in about almost 60 to 90 days. The AA pair ain't failed. So this AA2 is going to be my next number that I'm looking to play a little heavy on too. This 229, I'll play in this 446. The 99, they just started hitting because the law average is beginning to line up. And you'll see as you're tracking how the numbers line up. The numbers and their opposites. 50-50 chance, I believe that you either one of these numbers will come out. I knew that this 24 hadn't fell on the front. That's how I hit it exact. I played 247. It hadn't fell on the front. I knew the 34 hadn't fell on the front for the whole year. I hit the 341 exact. But it came as 413 the first time. So I say, nah, I ain't getting off of it. And about a week later, it came as 341 because I didn't get off of it. Just any other time, if I didn't know what I was doing, I would have got off that number and missed it totally. That's why I don't worry about being one on and one off, because it ain't that you one on and one off. It's you just didn't know why you was playing the number. Because when you playing the number, you're not gonna be getting on and off the numbers if you know why you playing your numbers. Most of the time, and chasing numbers to try to win. If you know why you playing your numbers, I know why I'm playing this 0 1 and this 5 5 6. I know why I'm playing that 0 2, the 0 0 2, and the 5 5 7. I know why I'm playing all these numbers, and I'm staying with them. I don't try to hit the numbers. I let the numbers hit what I know I'm playing. This 1 1 and the front pair and the back pair, like I said. This 117 had not failed for 2 years or better. But I knew that the 117 didn't fall in 2024, so I had my eye on it. Then in 2025, as it got down farther on into the year, I'm like, okay, now it's 2 years on this. And I knew that 17 had to come on the front. And another thing I knew, and still know, that the 7 5 and the 7 6 ain't played on the back. But I hit 174 because when you strategize and you looking and seeing what the numbers doing, you can read all the numbers. Start learning their behavior. 629 kept falling last year. That's 174. So I say, okay, that 174 probably gonna come back. I mean, that 6229 gonna come back as a 174. And there it came just like that. But I'm still gonna play more heavier on these because I know the front and the back of it ain't fail at all. But the back of it ain't. See, I'm gonna load up on these here too, though. And I'm definitely gonna load up on the 175 and the 176. This is how you tweak your numbers, not guess at numbers to play. See this 9 7 that ain't played? I'll be playing that 9 7 5 and 9 7 6. This 2 7 ain't played. I'll play this 2 7 5 and 2 7 6. And I wouldn't dare get off of this 1 7, this 27, and this 97 because toward this end of the year, I knew one of these three was gonna hit this month because they hadn't hit for the whole year. And so I stayed on it, especially that 1 7 front pair because it was 2 years out. This 01 only hit one time before the year came 601 last year. And it just hit this year 701. I'm pretty sure with that, yeah. I thought, did I mark this off? Mark this off too. This came, it came already. I thought the 6A hadn't played. But when you're tracking, you want to go back and make sure your data is correct. You don't want to be playing something that you think didn't come and it did. And this 6-8 did come, but I have a way of tracking. I put all the numbers into my telephone, in my calendar, and I can go back and see when a front pair and a back pair fail. I can go back and see when a number didn't fail or not, and make sure the number fail. I can double check along with this to make sure I didn't sleep something or miss something. Okay. I know this 08 ain't failed, so I'm playing 408. I'm playing the 108 with the 018. Now I'm tweaking my numbers. And when it hit, I'll stay on that. If I'm playing the 018, I'm going to stay on that 018. I'm not going to get off of it. I'm not going to get off my numbers. That's why I say play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace of love. God bless. And don't try to hit the numbers. Let the numbers hit you. Don't try to hit them. Let them hit you. And this here keep you organized So when you want at a glance, go and look and see what's going on with the numbers that you're tracking. You'll be able to see it at a glance. Any questions, anybody? Oh yeah, it's almost time for the grandkids are here. So I think I'm gonna call it today. I know I'm gonna call it today. All right, family. Like I always say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with budget, play responsibly. And play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky towel. And tracking is king.